What's up, guys? Welcome back to 5W Tech. It is Tech Chat Chat Monday, episode 11. Wow, we're past the double digits now. And as usual, we've got a whole list of things to discuss again going on in the hardware community. It's a kind of a busy week, but not such a busy week. I don't know if we have any more 3080 Ti announcements to talk about. Seems to
Yeah,
be
every week there's a 3080 Ti.
always it's always there no matter what. You know what? We'll be in the 4000 series and we'll still be talking about 3080 Ti.
3080 Ti's. Jeez.
Yeah, we've got a whole list of stuff to discuss, hardware, and then we've got our gaming section to talk about. And guys, I just want to say real quickly, thanks for tuning into our videos. Thanks for watching. Thanks for interacting with us. Thanks for leaving comments. You're really helping us grow the channel, and we do appreciate it. So it means a lot to us if you could like and subscribe. And if you don't necessarily like what you're seeing here with Tech Chat Chat, let us know what you'd like to see, and also check out the other videos that we have. This is not all we do. We do game reviews and we do tech reviews. We usually come up with a piece of tech hardware that we review every Wednesday. We do this on Mondays, and then we do a games mini review or a discount review on Fridays. And things are going really great. People are interacting. We're getting comments. We're getting views. So we do need your help to grow, guys. We're almost getting to 1,000, and any support you can give, we appreciate it. So I'm going to stop barking right now because Roberto's done a lot of research again on hardware, and we want to dive into our first topic. And yep, it's exactly
It's another 3080 Ti. Oh,
is this ever gonna go away, man?
Nah, it's never going away. It's the greatest piece of information to report on. Hold on, I gotta just change my desktop resolution here.
Oh my God, guys, this is another problem we both have. Both of us have a ultra wide 3440 by 1440p, and every time we want to run OBS or do screen capture, we always have to switch to 2K 2560 by 1440, or else things just go insane. If any of you are OBS masters, let us know in the comments down below how we can keep our native resolution and still get everything to scale properly. So counting on you guys, some of you pros. I'm done barking. Roberto, kick it off.
All right. First topic of the last week.
Surprise!
In hardware. Surprise, guys! Gigabyte submits GeForce RTX 3080 Ti to EEC. So it's 12 models that basically Gigabyte has shown to the ECC. It's the Euro-Asian Economic Commission. It's a regulatory body basically for hardware. Well, not just hardware, but for commerce. Mm-hmm. So 12 models were submitted to the EEC, including a high-end series as well as an entry blower type turbo. Oh, who buys blower type stuff? I don't even know why they still sell these things.
Hey! You know what? Someone like me with my Node 202 would benefit from a blower style cooler. So hush up. They're required. They have their need. Look, you have 3 different types there, right? You have a water block. You have an AIO cooling solution, you have the conventional, and you have the blower.
AIO?
Yeah, right, AIO cooling, the extreme water force.
Oh, the water force, AIO cooling. I didn't know that.
Look at that.
That's pretty cool. I didn't even notice that. So yeah, so there's the custom fan, blower type, AIO, and a water block. I did not know they were selling Aorus Extreme AIO. That's pretty cool.
That is pretty cool. That would be your overclocker.
It's gonna be, if that's a 3 fan radiator.
Yeah.
It's gonna be too much.
Like a 360 rad. Yeah, you're gonna need a big case for that. Then stuff gets pretty wild in there. It looks really messy. Unlike having the water block version when you can run your custom tubing the way you want to run it at your length, in your dimensions, in your locations. Yeah, shit gets really crazy when you've got one of those AIO cooling solutions. But if you don't care about the internal view, that's gonna be a great overclocker.
Yep. So this is basically it's kind of confirms that the 12 gigabyte model is coming, but I mean these EEC things could change. So they could submit a 20 gigabyte one as well. Mm-hmm. But basically these entries confirm 12 gigabyte GDR6X, so with a 384-bit bus that the rumors have been pointing towards.
Right.
So we'll see this soon. It's April 5th today, well 4th while we're videoing it. It will be launched on the 5th, this video. Yeah, so about 6 more weeks and we'll hear probably more about this thing. Mm-hmm. So we'll see. Will you buy it? Probably not. Who knows? Will it be available to purchase for everybody? No, I don't think so, but That's more videos for us to make and complain about in the future.
Shut up and take my money.
So the next big thing that happened the previous week, that happened last week basically, was a free performance boost for Nvidia 3000 series cards. Resizable BAR was launched for the 3000 series. So basically, you're gonna get 4 to 5% performance increase with this on your 3000 series GPUs.
Mm-hmm.
I installed it. I had to change my BIOS, so mine's a Z390 with a 9900K, so it's an MSI Ace.
Mm-hmm.
Updated my BIOS with the resizable bar feature being enabled. I flashed my EVGA FTW3 3080, updated the driver, and so it was 2 flashes. Sorry, it was a firmware flash and a BIOS flash on the FTW3. The BIOS flash kept my 450 watts at XOC BIOS, so that was pretty cool. Driver update as well, and I tested it out in the games that basically were whitelisted, because Nvidia's only whitelisting games. They're going through they're going through each games and whitelisting it. It's not just enabled for everything,
right?
Due to some performance hits that some of these games get with Rebar.
Mm-hmm.
And I've noticed a 5% plus increase in games that have been whitelisted. It's pretty good.
Not bad.
At 3440 by 1440, for example, I went from 93 frames per second in Borderlands 3 with badass quality, everything maxed out, to 98 frames per second.
Not bad.
With my minimum frames going up by even 10 frames per second.
Nice.
So the whole overall experience was more smooth. What else did I try? Cyberpunk.
Okay.
Again, with the patch 1.2 plus the rebar, the game runs extremely well. So basically, I'm maxing it out at 3440 by 1440.
Mm-hmm.
Everything max, Psycho RTX, Psycho Shadows, and performance mode for DLSS. I'm getting well over 75 frames per second throughout the whole game.
DLSS performance, said?
Yeah.
Okay.
DLSS performance, and with at 4K, I'm getting about 60 frames per second on average. Where when everything maxed out, well, before I had to knock down Psycho to Ultra.
Yeah.
And now no issues whatsoever. Watch Dogs Legions, I tried it as well.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing performance increase. I saw about 6-7% increase. Here they're saying there's a 9%, but I saw 6 or 7% increase.
Wow.
Plays really well.
Nice.
I haven't tried it in Battlefield 5 yet.
Yeah.
I haven't really had the time to do it.
Red Dead Redemption. Nice. That's
I have not tried it in Red Dead. Yeah, I have not tried it in Red Dead. So I tried it in Borderlands 3. I tried it in Cyberpunk, and I tried it in Watch Dogs Legion. And man, oh man, it's noticeable.
Nice.
If you have a 3000 series card right now, go do this. And if you're mining on the side, it does not impact your mining. It does not. I tested it out. I still have the same hash rate as it was before pre-flash.
Right.
So there's no issue whatsoever.
Nice.
You want free performance? Go ahead and do it.
Nice. Oh, so you can download RAM. Sweet.
It's not RAM. You're not downloading RAM. You're giving your CPU access to the VRAM directly.
Well, you're downloading VRAM then.
No. Jesus.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so we'll leave the link there in the description. We'll have the steps for you guys to follow if you guys haven't done it yet. It comes from videocards.com, and I highly recommend doing this. Recommend doing this right now if you have a 3000 series card.
Yeah, and as long as your BIOS supports the platform, right?
So I know Nvidia said hasn't. I said 4,000, 10th, 11th gens only for Intel.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe the 3000 and 5000 series for AMD, but it works on older chipsets. So I have a Z390, it's supported. I know Z370 is getting supported as well for some manufacturers. The Z390, it's getting support.
Okay, X299 was in there too, right?
X299 was in there too.
Wow.
Yes. I know you haven't done it yet. You should do it.
Yes.
Do it on both your 3070 and your 3080 because you'll gain
rigs.
You'll gain quite a bit of performance.
Definitely, it's in the works. Nice.
Yep. So there's more to this. There's more articles. Basically, people testing. 3090 saw an average of 3.1% increase in some of the games they tested.
Yeah.
So again, from videocards.com. This was before the actual Rebar launch. People were getting it leaked and testing it. It's definitely worth it.
Nice. Well, it just closes the gap between the 3080 and the 3090 even more.
Yeah, it does.
Terrible.
It basically it brings your highly overclocked 3080 with rebar is really, really close to a 3090 before rebar. A 3090 FE before rebar.
Minus the 14 gigabytes of RAM.
Yeah.
Sweet.
So next article, we talked about this last week. So the Russian YouTube channel that built a 16 gigabyte GeForce RTX 3070 went through the I guess what could you say? Went through a bunch of tests showing the GPU in newer games. It basically what it came out to, because the 3070 is basically a 2080 Ti, and with 16 gigabytes of VRAM, I'm not sure if it's going to make that much of an advantage. Adding 8 gigs more for most games, right? So the higher memory buffer appears to increase the 1% lows, 0.1% lows in few select titles that do take advantage of more than 8 gigabytes of RAM.
Right.
So the videos there, he showed the increase in Cyberpunk 2077 and Far Cry 5. So the videos there, it's probably it's going to be a telltale sign of what the 3070 Ti is going to be. Basically, more CUDA cores on the 3070 plus more VRAM.
Yeah.
It's going to be close to 3080, but maybe about 5-10% difference. It's more so on the clocks plus the CUDA cores that are going to give the performance increase rather than the more VRAM. So yeah, take a look at this video. It's on videocars.com. It has the link to the YouTube channel where you can take a look at the benchmarks. So next article, again from videocars.com. They're just an Nvidia, Nvidia news source.
Yeah.
So the next vid here, the 3050 leak. So these are the laptop GPUs. They're not the desktop models.
Yeah.
So the laptop GPUs leaked for the 3050 and 3050 Ti. The specs aren't that great, in my opinion. There's some benchmarks about it. The 3050 Ti basically comes in under a Max-Q 2060.
Okay.
I'm not sure what this is going to be from a desktop perspective. I don't know how much these specs will change. They're saying 8.7 teraflops at FP32 performance. That's not true.
Yeah.
That's not true at all. That's not true at all. I don't know. We'll see. Well, based on these numbers, yes, that makes sense. But I highly doubt that's going to have the 8.7 teraflops, to be honest. So yeah, so GP thin and light mobile books, basically Chromebooks, for example, will packaged with these GPUs, and it's a good entry gaming solution in a market where gaming hardware is hard to purchase.
Oh, definitely. You'll be able to play a game on this. I mean, what are the screens that are going to be on these laptops? Are 1080p screens, so you're doing medium settings on most popular games.
Well, look, the Ultra 3050 Ti Ultra settings will be 69 frames per second versus the 2060 Max-Q at 70.
Yeah.
So.
But that's just one game, Shadow of the Tomb Raider. Shadow of the Tomb Raider is how many years old now? I mean, let's be realistic.
2017 or 2018? 2018, I think.
Pump Cyberpunk into that benchmark, and things are going to change. So.
4 gigabytes of RAM is not going to.
That's it.
At a decent res.
Not exactly. That's why I said you're looking at like medium gaming on something like this. Maybe less. I think medium to high was like something with 6 gigs, like 1660, 1060. But yeah, I mean, they used an example of an older game. So who plays Shadow of the Tomb Raider?
Yeah, so these are coming out. These would be entry-level GPUs for laptops. Chromebooks will benefit from them. Hey, look, you can play Overwatch. We played Overwatch.
Oh, yes. Oh,
you can play Overwatch with this, no problem.
You'll pound through Overwatch with this thing.
Rocket League and all these other type of games.
Yeah.
You'll be able to play.
Yeah.
Maybe you'll be able to play Cyberpunk at low settings. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
We'll see. I'm really intrigued about the desktop version.
Yes.
It will probably be. Look at the boost clock at 80 watts laptop version, a bit higher than this one.
Yeah.
So I'm really intrigued. I know They're saying it may come with 8 GB for the desktop as an option. I'm not sure.
Ooh.
If it comes with 8 GB, it's higher clocked
Yeah.
than this, and maybe a bit more CUDA cores.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you'll be able to get this at entry level for $300, which wouldn't be too bad. But
That's a retail price you're using.
yeah.
All right.
Oh boy, let's go on to something else because it's sad. Anyways, this is more. This comes from Subsea CCF Tech. Basically, they're saying that mobile GPUs it's better than the 1650 Ti or the 1650 Super.
Yeah.
Basically. So we know there's shortages. So what can Nvidia do to help gamers?
Wait, stop.
Yeah.
Didn't we talk about the 2060 coming out?
Yeah.
What happened with that?
It came out to more of the OEMs. DIY market, I haven't seen any, but
Yeah, that's
but
right.
now they're like, you know what? We need more 1650s for gamers.
Mm-hmm.
So let's launch the 1650. Let's put the 1650 back in production.
Right.
I don't think it even came out of production. Just going to increase the
Mm-hmm.
supply of 1650s for gamers. The 1650 is goddamn terrible.
Yeah.
The 1650 Super is pretty decent.
Yes.
So why are they doing this? This is, you know what they're doing? They're basically saying, look, you want a game, you can't find our great cards.
Mm-hmm.
Here's this little card. Pay $300 for this.
Mm-hmm.
Start gaming, and when our
Ooh.
real cards are available,
Gateway gaming. Oof.
it's gateway gaming. It's a gateway drug. They are drug dealers, they're GPU dealers.
Yeah.
And they're getting you hooked with a 1650.
Yeah.
And then you know what? When our real cards are more available
Yeah.
and at a higher price,
Yeah.
buy that.
Yeah. I'm not gonna. I'm just gonna stay quiet on this one.
Yeah.
I don't want to get banned.
Yep. Anyways, we'll see what happens here. But this is on WCCF Tech. It was on a couple of other areas as well.
Well, Nvidia is trolling everyone. They are
jeez.
they are the master troll of 2020 and 2021.
The card is the third most popular card on Steam. And you can't really find it for less than $400 USD. This
Right.
card came out at $149 USD.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see what happens.
Sigh.
The other news, Rocket Lake.
Oh, Rocket Lake. Has it not reached the moon yet?
Rocket Lake reviews are all over the place. Ugh, God. Let's go to Tech Power Up, one of my favorite sites. Open a new tab. Let's go to their value and conclusion here. It's just sad.
Oh, I see.
Look at this.
The thumbs down section is much higher.
Thumbs up. A very high price. This is the 11900K review, right?
Yeah.
The highest end.
This is the big dog.
Yeah. Very high price for what's offered. Lower gaming performance than Zen 3. And the 10900K.
8 cores versus 10 cores, right?
Application performance can't even match the 8-core Ryzen 3.
Mm-hmm.
High power consumption, lots of heat.
Yeah.
Only minimal software supports AVX 512 and DL Boost.
Yeah.
This Gear 1 memory mode unable to run modern memory speeds.
Right.
Many BIOS bugs. Only one PCI 4.0 M2 slot.
Yeah.
All the other ones are 3.0.
Yeah.
And we know the coolers are not included. But
Whoa, come on. That's
they don't
just.
come with Intel.
Yeah, get out of here. What is that? Not on the high end model. Like, come on.
Well,
Okay.
on the thumbs up, huge gains in lower thread applications.
Mm-hmm.
8 Rocket Lake cores are often faster at 10 Comet Lake cores. Higher application performance than the i9 10900K.
Mm-hmm.
Unlock multiplayer. How is this?
Yeah. What the hell? It's a
new
K.
overclock features?
PCIe Express 4.
Yes, it's compatible with existing motherboards
Uh-huh.
from the Z series. Overclocking is easier. I found from reading some of these reviews. iGPU performance improved.
That's important.
And AVX 512 and DL Boost nobody cares about.
Right.
They didn't even give it a word. Basically, it's not a good it's not a good CPU.
Is it available for purchase?
Yeah, you can buy them anywhere.
Okay.
I saw people scalping this.
Oh.
They were scalping it, but you could go buy it from Newegg, so it makes no sense.
I know what I have.
I know they have. Look, these are Rocket League sucks. I'm sorry to say.
Yeah.
Don't buy this.
Skip.
Skip.
Skip the CPU, guys.
Skip. It's time to skip. All right. What is this? No thanks. Look at this. Nvidia's
Hey.
mining limiter. The mining limiter is dead.
Yeah.
A mining farm uses 7 in the RTX 3060s.
Yeah.
So yeah, that whole anti-mining limiter that Nvidia put in, dead in the water.
Dead.
Dead in the water.
$3 piece of hardware.
Yep. Miners, I don't even want to go through this article, but miners have won. They are now mining in bulk with a 3060.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't recall what the hash rate was for a 3060. Do you recall what it was?
Well, divide by whatever they have there. What is that total hash rate? 337. How many GPUs do they have?
7. So what's that number here? I don't even know how to do it in my. I can't do it in my head.
Not in my head. So what do we got? 337?
Yeah, it's about 50. Yeah, quick math. It's about 50 milliamps.
Yeah, about 48 to
48.
be exact. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's it. It's been done. It's been defeated.
Mm-hmm.
Nvidia's mining limiter dead in the water.
Dead in the water.
I do not want to hear about this limiter ever again.
Yeah. Well, you will when the 3080 Ti comes out, right? Cause...
Yeah, it's gonna be slashed. It's gonna be destroyed right away. But anyways, this is some good news. The Ryzen 3 APUs are coming out. Are leaking, so they're ready to come to market. So the 8-core Ryzen 7 5700G is faster than the 4000 series. That previous 4000 series CPU APU.
Yeah.
It's basically on par with a 5800X.
Ooh.
It's really on par with almost on par with a 5800X.
Yeah.
With a boost on the OC, which is really good. Plus the APU, it has an internal APU that could play games at 1080p low.
Yeah. Well,
So you're getting a high-end CPU bundled with an iGPU that you can play games with.
Yeah.
That's pretty damn good. Look, it's faster than a 10700K stock.
Wow.
So,
Wow.
this is really good news.
So
I would
the
like to do a
specs.
build with one of these.
I would. I haven't done an AMD build in a million years.
It's like I don't know. So it's a 4.6 boost, 8-core 6-thread. It's similar to the 5800X.
Mm-hmm.
The clock speed's a bit lower, but you could overclock it.
Okay.
The
so-
iGPU, basically Vega 8, they think it's a Vega 8 with a 2.1 gigahertz clock.
Right. Okay, so
So
out of the
there's-
three variations too, the highest version's iGPU clock is higher than the lowest one
Yeah.
as well.
So you're going to have a 6-core 12-thread and a 4-core 8-thread.
Is that a real TDP though? I don't know about that. 65
Yeah, it
watts? Really? 65 watts when you're only using it as a CPU, or 65 watts in general when it's pounding CPU and GPU instructions?
No,
I don't know about that. I don't know
it
about TDP.
fluctuates.
Does-
It fluctuates.
Does advertised TDP even mean anything? No.
No, I don't know. It's going to fluctuate.
It's just a number. Nice.
So
that's
that's
good
it.
news. That's great
This is good
news,
news.
actually.
So this could be an alternative. You could buy one of these, use the iGPU, play some games,
Mm-hmm.
not lose any performance from the CPU side because it's like seriously a 5800X.
Yeah.
Or a lower clock speed. You could make up for that with a quick OC. And you have an iGPU that could play games at 1080p low.
Definitely. That would make for a quiet build. Wow.
Yep. Until the GPU market somehow fixes itself.
Yeah. And you could fit all this in a really small case too. That's the other. You could really go
Yep.
with a mini build. You don't need a big giant case for that.
Yep.
Because you can't get a GPU. So.
Nope. No existo.
No existo.
All right. That's it for hardware this week. Let's go to games.
Yes.
So Cyberpunk 2077, the big 1.2 patch was released. It enables ray tracing on AMD graphics cards. That's one of the big items, and fixes a ton of bugs.
Mm-hmm.
Go look at the changelog. I'm not going to go over it. Fixes. It introduced new bugs. Apparently, it fixes tons.
You're not even halfway down yet.
So, it's so many things that this thing fixed.
Holy
I'm not
crap.
going through it. If you have Cyberpunk, install the patch, update it.
Yeah.
I've noticed with the Resizeable BAR plus this patch, performance has went up on this game.
Mm-hmm.
So I went back into the world. I played a bit of it. I've never had any problems with Cyberpunk. I was lucky. Oh, you too. I guess you were lucky. We had a couple of bugs there, but we were able to play, enjoy, and finish the game.
I had
Over
gameplay.
confidence.
I had gameplay bugs, not performance or graphics bugs, but gameplay where you were stuck in a quest or where I'm stuck in a telephone conversation between a guy who's died already like 3 hours past the game. So
No,
I'm,
I know.
I'm glad they addressed it, and that is a giant list of crap that's been fixed.
So,
So
guys, go install it. Now, the other thing that came from CD Projekt Red over the last week, they're changing the way the multiplayer is going to work for this. It was supposed to be at its own game, but apparently that's canceled.
Huh?
So I don't know what. Yeah. The multiplayer game was apparently its own. They were treating it like its own game,
Yeah.
and probably it's canceled.
Oh crap! Kind of like GTA, where GTA Online and single player are
Yeah.
just completely separate.
Yeah.
Oh,
But
that's interesting.
multiplayer is not going away. They will implement a multiplayer,
Mm-hmm.
but it won't be what it was originally
A separate
supposed
game.
to be.
Wow.
Also, a bunch of DLC leaked. The roadmap looks pretty good. They are still going to push Cyberpunk. It still sold a hell of a lot of copies.
Yeah.
They will update it. The free DLCs and apparently 3 paid DLCs will be coming out too.
Ooh.
So there'll be smaller DLCs that'll be free, a bunch of bug fixes, and 3 paid ones
Mm-hmm.
will be released over the next 12 to 18 months.
Mm-hmm.
So this game sold 13 million copies, and it sold 13 million copies. Not even, and it was not even on the PlayStation Store. It was removed because it wouldn't work.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Is it back on now?
on a PS, I'm not sure. Maybe not. Maybe not yet. But the next gen version will be coming out this year. The PS5 and Xbox One Series X version will come out this year.
Right.
So
But
Looking
GTA 5
good.
is still a better game.
no,
13 years later. Yes,
No.
it is.
GTA 5. I love Cyberpunk's single player campaign.
Mm-hmm.
It was fantastic and engaging.
No,
It's
very
better,
fun.
It's better than GTA 5. GTA 5's campaign, I couldn't stand it. But the overall experience of GTA is fantastic.
Yes.
The multiplayer, the online experience is
Oh
amazing.
yeah. Oh yeah.
All right, on to our next game. Alan Wake 2 is rumored to be in development. Alan Wake 1 and its expansion, American Dream, I think. I forgot. American Nightmare was a really good video game that came back out in the 360 days. Xbox 360. This game was fantastic. It's basically Epic. It's a Remedy game.
Mm-hmm.
Remedy and Epic are like tied to the hip. This rumor was on the 31st of March. Hopefully, it's not an April Fool's joke.
Oh yeah.
'Cause I haven't seen anything that's to say it was. But yeah. So Alan Wake 2. If you remember this game it was a survival horror type of game. Great lore, great atmosphere, good story. It's a slow game, and there's action in it, but it's a slow type of game.
Yeah.
And it apparently takes place in the same world as Control, because there is in Control one of the DLCs is dedicated to something going on in Alan Wake.
Oh, interesting.
So we'll see. Apparently, Quantum Break was supposed to be Alan Wake 2, but they just made a different game completely.
Mm-hmm.
I never played Quantum Break, to be honest. Maybe this one game I'll play eventually. But I play Control. I played the hell out of Control. I love Control, and it takes place in the same world as Alan Wake, so it's looking good.
I think you play that game because you like the graphics more than the gameplay.
Graphics are great too, but the gameplay is great. I like the gameplay. So we'll see. I was a fan of Alan Wake. The sequel, hopefully, it comes true and gets. Yeah, it's gonna be tied to the Epic Game Store. Whatever. At that point, it's an awful store. We all know it. But they give you free stuff, right? Free games every month.
Right. Right.
All right, Grit.
Great.
Grit is a new Wild West battle royale coming to PC spring 2021. So I was super excited when I first saw this. I signed up for the to play the beta. I got accepted yesterday, installed it, played the game. Holy crap, is it awful?
Oh no. Why?
It is so bad. I guess because it's a beta, right? The animations were terrible. Graphics were terrible. It has DLSS. It doesn't need DLSS. It shouldn't need it. Without it, it barely runs. Even with it, it barely
Oh,
runs. So it's a using Unreal Engine, but the
yeah.
graphics look so awful.
Oh.
You watch the videos for this. It looks fantastic. My God,
Hmm.
it looks amazing. Battle Royale. It looks like Red Dead 2 online with more action.
Okay.
But holy moly, man, it was awful.
On a PS3.
PS3, no, I was playing it on PC.
I know. A Red Dead 2 running on a PS3
Oh yeah,
for a
yeah.
graphics comparison.
Oh man, it was so
Is that
bad.
what it looked like?
No, it looked worse than this. It looked worse than this. Like, oh man. Like, look at this here.
Okay.
Take this and then like pretend it's an Xbox 360. That's what it looks like.
Oh, okay.
Oh man. But the concept is there. Man,
Yeah.
Battle Royale and the Old West. Oh, the idea is great.
The idea is
execution
great.
awful.
Yeah.
Let's see. Hopefully they fix this because it's awful. Absolutely awful.
There you have it. Great.
All right, here's something cool.
Oh.
Dean Hall's first next game called Icarus. First look. There's a nice preview here that the WCCF Tech shows.
Mm-hmm.
My God, it looks amazing.
Wait, this has been on Steam for a while, hasn't it? As an early
No,
release.
no,
Sure.
not even close. Oh yeah, this looks amazing. You're basically what I've read about it. Basically, it's a session-based cooperative experience. You can play it in solo, or up to 8 players can play as a fellow prospector determined to explore inhospitable planets in limited time sessions.
Mm-hmm.
These can range anywhere from hours to weeks, and when the time expires, if you're not on the dropship, your character is adios.
Ooh.
This is looking really good. I'm
Nice.
very interested in this. I'm very interested in this game.
Nice. So it's mostly PvE then.
And PvP. It'll
And
be both.
PvP. Ooh.
Yeah. There's a good video on this here from PC Gamer.
Mm-hmm. Did
Guys,
that
go check it
polar
out.
bear just pull the intestines out of that deer?
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's on another planet. Why does it have a polar bear
Yeah,
and a deer?
that's true.
That's another thing. No idea.
Well, they landed on Earth on that one, so.
Landed on Earth. Like what? Like, anyways, it's looking good. We'll see how it does. Dean Hall has a track record of hype. He's basically the what's the guy from Star Citizen? Chris Roberts.
Chris Roberts, yeah.
He's like the equivalent to Chris Roberts. A lot of hype,
Yeah.
a lot of great ideas, a lot of hype, a lot of great ideas. Fails on delivery.
Right.
So
Let's build a
we'll see.
universe.
Like he did the Arma mod for DayZ, which was great.
Mm-hmm.
Then he did the DayZ standalone, which is okay, but it's like what year 17 that got
Year 17.
still in beta.
Yeah.
Terrible. And that's it for the week.
Nice.
That's it for the week.
Nice discussion topics. Yeah, I'm just staring at that polar bear rip apart that deer's intestine. So anyway, guys, this is that part of the video where we do a little bit of a conclusion and a rant. Not a lot of sad news you shared with us this time. Nothing like super bad in there. It's nice to see that Nvidia is talking about releasing stuff and the wheels are in motion about the hardware crisis and that we might see some stuff coming out. But I think the time for talk has come to an end and we need to see some action. We need to see some product on shelves and we need to see it off the secondhand market because we just did a video on that. If you come into our channel and check out one of our videos that we will be putting up soon about used GPU prices in our local market, it's sad. And you know what? I promised I wouldn't go into a bad discussion topic. So you know what? I don't want this one to be a rant. This is episode 11. Let's talk about something positive. In general, I think the PC gaming community is really resilient, and it's been in worse situations before. There was a mining crisis in 2018, 2017. And we did come out of that, if you recall, and then the used GPU market dropped down to some ridiculous pricing for cards. I think this is a really resilient market, and if you guys are down in the dumps a little bit about not being able to get a new card or a card, period, there are a lot of ways around that, and I think you should just hang in there because you will get what you want eventually. The ball will roll. It's not going to stay like that forever. So I think I keep saying that all the time, but what do you want to say? Say something positive. All you say is negative stuff.
I got nothing to say. I'll be honest. It's no rant this week.
Let's talk about this. Let's talk about this 750 Ti right here that I got.
No, I don't want to talk about that.
It's an amazing card, guys. Amazing.
I don't want to talk about that at all. It's awful. Look, there's nothing this week, to be honest. It was Rebar is great. You have an RTX 3000, get Rebar.
Yeah.
Cyberpunk 1.2 patch is pretty decent. Grit was disappointing so far. Really, that's not much more this week. It wasn't that much. The Rocket League, don't buy it. We've been harping for the last few weeks. Don't buy Rocket League.
Not at all. And so with that being said, guys, I hope you enjoy our Tech Chat video for this week, episode 11. Stay tuned for next week where, again, Roberto is doing tons of research, coming up with content to share with us and bring us up to date on what's going on in the community. And come on into our channel, check out all of our other videos. We are growing. We're getting very close to 1,000 subs. We do need your help. So please like and subscribe. Check out our other content and engage with us in the comments. Let us know what you think. Let us know what type of videos you'd like to see. We're pretty open to doing our ideas. It's not so hard to grab a camera and point at something and talk about it. We are just two people. There's only so much we can do, but I think we're accomplishing some really great stuff here. So just want to thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you next week in our Tech Chat video. So adios.
Take care, everyone.